ODM leader Raila Odinga, President William Ruto, newfound love has little to do with the people. It's all about power, plum position, and self-preservation. Let me begin with you, Kimani. Do you agree with this standard truth?
Thank you again for the opportunity. We are talking about love, and I want to put it very clear that Kenyans today, we have the face of the Kenyan problem on standard frontline. This is the face of the Kenyan problem, because they have one thing I want to say is that power and love, they intertwine. If you put power to be the centermost of everything that you do, love might end up deteriorating, and we'll end up having a society that is out of love. But if love is subdued and is the one that controls the denominator of power, we'll have a society that we are doing things for the love of the people. These people who are in the front page, I feel that they have let power control them, and they have forgotten why they work. They work for the love of the people. Mm-hmm. So therefore, I feel we are the fools, because they are the people who are gaining wealth. They are gaining a lot of visibility even in Africa and the world. But Kenya continues to suffer. We continue to lack school fees, help, health care, water, and all sorts of daily basic needs that Kenyans need. So this morning I want to declare that this is the face of corruption, is the face of why Kenyans are struggling now.
That is quite strong. So Juan, Baraka Muluka says, it does not matter who invited who. What matters is that they are together and in government. All the other things are red herrings.
Ukweli.
Do you agree with him?
Ukweli. Can't it can die. Neza lamba hadi mchanga.
Can die.
2012 ndo nilichukua ID. 2013 sikuvote. I was still young. I was struggling with the masomo yangu ya form 2. 2017, but then bado baba alikuwa mahali anaambiwa yeye ndiye anaweza kutupeleka Canaan. 2017 election ya kwanza ndo niliparticipate mimi. I did not vote for baba then, because I was voting for Uhuru Kenyatta, who was seeking to have a second term in office. Mm-hmm. If baba would have taken the mantles of leadership then, people say that Kenya ingeendelea vizuri. Mm-hmm. But haiku happen. So sisi wa Kenya ndo tulijinyima chance ya kukuwa na mazuri. By 2022, baba was in government through the 2018 handshake. What changed between 2018 and 2022? Happened for the very first time wa Kenya walikuwa wanalia sana about bei ya mafuta. The current regime ndo ilikuwa inalia ikisema watu wapunguziwe mzigo wa tax, ushuru ni mkubwa, and they formed a coalition from Tanga to now Kenya Kwanza. Mm-hmm. And the goal was to give power to mtu hapa chini, wakamuita hustler. Hustler ni jina tamu sana. Manze ukitwa hustler utasikia fiti sana, utasikia huyu ni wetu. Na wakasema the biggest problem that former President Uhuru Kenyatta alikuwa nayo ni kuleta Raila karibu in 2018, na miradi yote ikaenda parakasha. Mm-hmm. But what happened immediately after 2022? Ruto realizes that Raila is what they're calling the best wife. Mm-hmm. Before that tulikuwa tunaona Ruto na Kimani Ichung'wah hapa hivi. Kimani Ichung'wah hadi on a international interview with media akasema ameitwa na Kenyans wife of President Ruto. Juu wanaonekana sana wakitengeneza zile AI images, wanamweka tu kitambaa si atakuwa kaa wife. But nothing bado has changed. Yet baba mimi nilimchagua 2022. There isn't something we are feeling. Na uko nje yeye anakuaga na credentials the head of government. Saizi ukiangalia all the key positions amepata kama CS. Zote ni za head of government. Deal na policy. Zile zingine zenye ni za security, hizo ndo ziko saidia Ruto. So yeye amepewa treasury. Uchumi wetu uko vibaya ama hauko vibaya? Uko vibaya. Hiyo iko na Mbadi. Amepewa cooperatives and Oparanya. Bado iko vibaya. energy, Kenya Power is still the most powerless institution in this country. Juu hakuna stima kila mahali. Sijui transformers zimefanya nini. Transformer hadi zinapeanwa na mbunge, watu wanateswa through something like that. Energy yendi yako nayo hai work. The only place kuna work kiasi we could say ni blue economy, because now we know that Ukambani kuna gold na kuna hizo vitu zote zenye hatukuwa tunajua. How are we getting to know that? Juu kuna some back door or a boardroom deals zina happen za kuiba minerals zetu kama wa Kenya, and the youths, millennials and Gen Z wameanza ku uncover all these truths. That's how we know about all the minerals we have right now. But si ati vile CS Joho amejohoza hapo hivyo kazi ikakuwa safi. Now umetulete hapo hivyo wanatuambia ati their marriage inataka kutengenezea nchi. That is fooling Kenyans. Look at the kind of mediocrity inaendelea in our country. That if you are a media house and you have a powerful independent voice like the Standard, mnanyang'anywa advertisement ama mnatumiwa hiyo kama ndo punishment. Nyinyi mnaongea sana kuhusu mabaya ya serikali. Hakuna advertisement kutoka sasa. And then nyinyi mnaexpectiwa mnyamaze ama muimbe chenye those who are fooling us want us to hear, ndo mpate tenders. Hizo vitu zitaisha hadi lini? Kama baba ndo alikuwa tusaidie, does it mean that Kenyans are condemned now that baba ako on the other side? We must do something.
Now that brings me to a question. Kimani, when we began, you said that 2025 rather, you feel it's going to be a good year for Kenyans. Yes. But as we speak, initially we had Raila Odinga pushing for transformation, for change of bad decisions made by the government. And now that he is in government, that means that members of parliament are inclined to listen to him. That means that both the opposition and the government are all inclined to listen to him. Yeah. So how do you think it's going to be for Kenyans in terms of the passing of bills in parliament, passing of the budget in parliament? How do you think Kenyans are now going to move coming forward?
What Kenyans are going to face is a lot of drama, because we are going to face an era that everything is not going to work. When I started to say the interplay between power and love. When people in power have love, a lot of things will happen. When Nelson Mandela was the president of South Africa, he had the power and the love of the people. That's why he sought to fight for apartheid. When Mahatma Gandhi was the prime minister of India, he ensured that he's going to fight decolonization of India until his people are secured. As we talk now, we have talked about the gold refines, we are talking about a lot of things. What power does Raila Odinga have to ensure that our minerals are going to be done in Kenya, benefit the people of Kenya? Now we are talking about neo-colonialism, which is even worse than colonization, because we are letting the white people come, bring their money to Kenya, but they are coming to deteriorate our lives, because now we are talking about Kakamega, just here Machakos, there's gold. But how is it benefiting the people of Kenya? So I don't want to speak a lot about Raila Odinga, because one thing I know about Raila Odinga, he is at his climax. And one thing I know is that the only thing that he wants to leave for himself is a legacy that he has been a president, he has been a prime minister. But what I want to tell the people of Kenya now, we can no longer wait for Raila Odinga to save us. He will not save us. And the only thing we are going to do, we will continue dying in hospitals because the SHA is not working. We are continue having our children in streets, no school fees, because Raila Odinga is not going to support or even help any Kenyan. He's there for himself and the bargains of MPs that he has, so that they can continue milking the already thin cow in Kenya.
Yeah. So Juang,